Welcome to the PSNORKIS podcast, a show with real topics discussed by real people with real opinions and tempered with a real sense of humour. Now here are your two PSNORKISers. Or is it PSNORKI? Screw it. Here are your hosts, Dr. Myke and the Madman.
And here we go once again for a set for another wild ride on the PSNORKIS. Hello, my PSNORKIS friends, fellow PSNORKI. It's good to talk to you again. It has been a while. Life, you know. We do this when we can because, you know, we have other things going on too. But I think we're going to be doing it more often because it seems like we're getting more and more popular. So we're going to be, I'm not going to say we didn't take it seriously, but we're going to be concentrating more on it than we have at this point. But anyway, I am, of course, the Madman, and with me here at the table, I have my lovely wife and producer, Miss Petey.
Hello, PSNORKIS friends.
Miss Kitty is joining us today here at the table.
Hello, 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 my darlings.
And the Doc, unfortunately, he is not with us today because he's actually out doing some promotion work for this. So he's actually out of town, but I did talk him into joining us by telephone. Doc, what's going on?
Hey, am I the ninth caller?
Call number 9, you're on
Your
the air.
prize is.
Sweet.
That does remind me of my old days in radio.
Yep.
Nice. What did I win, Madman?
You won the chance to join us again live next time you're in town.
Sweet. I'm in.
And believe me, I didn't even realize that was a prize.
It's a good prize. Well, it's good to hear everybody. Not see you, but hear you.
Yeah, it's
Good to hear you.
How are things?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
We're shaking bacon.
Rocket
Hey,
is,
outside.
Rocket's away with the family for the weekend. And Rebel also has some family stuff with her son. And so it's just us.
Nice crew, though.
Yeah, it is.
We're sitting
You
here
know who's
drinking
joining us?
Legacy coffee.
Wow, Legacy Brewing.
Yep.
Go online. Get your legacybrewing.shop coffee now.
Let me tell you, folks, it's great. I'm having a cup right now. I added a little bit of pumpkin spice cream into it. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. I
Good
love
stuff.
coffee. It's good.
Good things.
So what's been going on this week? Anything good? Oh, I was alluding to this before the show. I guess I'll tell the story now. So an interesting thing happened here at the house. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday night. I can't remember. It was a few nights ago. But
I believe it was Wednesday.
okay. So I was on call this week, up until last night. So in my on-call weeks, I get home from work usually around between 4:30 and 5, depending on what time I leave work. I feed the dogs, feed myself, take a shower, and honestly, Petey works second shift, so I usually just crawl into bed. I don't necessarily go to sleep that early, all right, although I do get up at quarter of 5 in the morning, but I don't usually go to sleep that early, but I usually just crawl in bed, take the iPad, get lost in YouTube or something like that for, you know.
Yes, you go down the rabbit hole.
It is a rabbit hole. It is a rabbit hole. It just sucks the time right away from you. But I guess it was about, I probably was in about, believe it or not, about 5:45, 6 o'clock. I was already just laying there and the dogs are curled up around my head like they do. And everybody was happy. And I heard something outside. Just, you know, like a truck idling. I'm like, oh, that's odd. But I'm like, all right, well, someone's getting a delivery or something. I'm not worried about it. And then all of a sudden, as it was dark, I realized, you know, I saw some flashing yellow lights coming through the blinds. I'm like, oh, that means there's actually something out there of interest. So it's like, all right, get out of bed. Sorry, dog. Excuse me. Gotta let daddy up. Gotta move the dog so I can get up out of bed. And peeked through the blinds, and it was a water truck. for the city, a utility truck. It was in the middle of the road and had this pipe-like thing going down into the manhole. And he's like feeding it down in. I'm like, oh, must be trying to clear a blockage or something. And all right, no big deal. So, and the funny thing was, they weren't making enough noise for the dogs to even go nuts, which is
Unusual.
Very
Yeah,
unusual.
very
Yeah.
unusual.
Very unusual. I guess they realized whatever was going on, because they're great judges of things. Whatever's going on out there isn't a big deal. Nothing we have to feel threatened about. Everything's fine. So, I don't know. I probably fell asleep around 8:39. That's about the time I'll fall asleep. Petey gets home around, and you were late that night.
Midnight. It was after
Yeah.
midnight.
Midnight, yeah. Because you worked a little late. She comes in, always wakes me up with a kiss just to let me know, hey, honey, I'm home. I'm like, all right, cool. And then in 2 minutes, I'm back asleep, and it's like I don't even remember that she was.
I
But
wish I could do
it's
that.
her letting me know. Well, she's like, what stinks in here? I'm like, what do you? And I'm like really groggy. I'm like, huh? What? What do you mean? What stinks in here? She goes, it smells awful in here. I'm like, oh, maybe one of the dogs
Moved
had
away.
it. I was thinking, okay, one of the dogs had an accident.
Yeah,
you know,
I really
which-
thought somebody
which
went all
happens.
over the house.
Right.
Oh, jeez.
It was bad. I couldn't believe he slept through the smell.
Well, the thing is, once
Yeah.
I fell asleep, I didn't notice it.
It says a lot.
Well, you usually don't. You don't. Smells don't usually.
That
wake
would have
people
woken
up.
me up.
No,
Depends on what
I
it is.
sleep with when your furry kids come to stay at Camp Kitties. If somebody has an accident, I am up.
Oh yeah, everybody's
Because
different.
that smell is
Yes.
enough to
Yes. You too?
burn your
Yeah.
eyes.
Well, and once I was awake enough to, you know,
He was
to know what
very
was going on,
groggy.
'cause I'm like, ooh, wow, yeah, that's bad. What is that? So we're walking around, come downstairs, and look around at everything. Go into the little bathroom that's down here, and realize there is no water in the toilet bowl.
Oh, that's not good.
Now, the toilet is literally 2 feet from the exit out to the street for the sewage line. Mm-hmm. It's the last thing on the line. And I guess apparently what happened, and I surmised this, and then I checked with a plumber friend of mine, or a friend of mine at work who used to be a plumber but now works on aircraft with us. And I asked him about it. He goes, oh, yeah, that's actually kind of common. So apparently what happened was when they were using the high pressure thing to blow out the line, it created a vacuum further upline. And upline from them, the only thing is us, because we're at the end of the street.
Methane everywhere.
And it sucked the trap dry.
Oh, wow.
It sucked the trap dry. So the gas just started, the sewer gas and smell just started coming up through the house. Oh, it was nasty.
It's 31 degrees out. I have every window and door open and fans. And then I'm
fans
outside.
blowing stuff out. And then, heaving. Because she's gagging. And it was
It was bad.
So this is like
was
at
bad.
Grandpap's house when we would go shitters full.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It was that bad.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It was bad.
So it was one of those days where most people go, how you doing today? I go, same shit, different day. Although
Oh,
that
boy.
night it was
There we go.
it was different day or same day, different shit.
Yeah,
It was
boy.
bad.
Oh, boy. What was a stretch.
But it was bad. It was.
You're lucky she woke you up.
Yeah, it's a good thing I came home. I didn't stay later
Yeah.
at work.
Yeah, you could have got some serious damage there.
There's
Damage
not
right
much
through
left
that.
to cook.
Oh, well.
And we had that once before a couple years ago, but we hadn't come down in downstairs. It was like almost 2 months or a month. Or
Yeah, for
so,
whatever reason,
that
we weren't down here.
we came down, did laundry, but we didn't hang out
Yeah.
down here because the basement's finished. This is where we have the studio.
It probably
here, and
wasn't
it's-
ready or something.
and
We didn't have furniture yet, probably.
and we didn't use, and the toilet just kind of like ran dry.
Oh, that was
And
bad.
we had it one time, yeah.
But we caught that relatively early.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
because we noticed that we were both up.
Yeah.
It was during like the day or an early evening on a weekend.
Yep. So now we know to check
But-
that toilet every other day, probably.
Every day, actually.
Yeah.
I come down every
Might as
night
well.
just to make sure. So yeah, it was.
It was bad. Thank God that's
That's not
done
a-
with.
Yeah, that's not a good way to have during hump day.
No.
That's not a good smell.
No.
Nope.
No.
And I had a bad day at work too, so the last thing I wanted was to
Oh,
come
you were-
home to a
Phew, you
shit house.
And you were cranky, like it was like
Oh,
like I should know
was-
what's going on.
I
and
was cranky.
I'm groggy from being woken
He's so
up.
dopey.
And yeah, I do. I wake up really bad sometimes, and it's like,
I'm yelling at him because of the
She's yelling at me.
smell.
I'm like,
and
what smell? What smell?
And I
as
walked
as I
away.
start to wake up, I'm like, oh,
No.
you mean that smell? Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Was that Lucy?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, because I don't.
So-
Whatever they put in dog food that comes out the other end is atrocious. So I can only imagine. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been on a farm, so Petey and I have farm experience.
Yeah, a little bit.
a little bit.
And it's just
But
one of
that-
those little goofy life experience things. So it's
Yeah.
like,
One of those things that just sucks.
That just sucks.
yep, it sucked the
Sucks
water
the
right
air
out of the
right-
drain.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys made it through that.
Yeah, thanks. Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I would have blamed Madman right away.
Hey, you're blaming someone other than me? Fantastic.
Well, yeah. Madman, at some point, did you at least check your pants? Did you think it was you?
When I
You thought it was you.
sleep, I don't wear pants, so that really wasn't an issue.
Nice.
He did check the bed.
I'm the type of person.
Okay, good.
I'm the type of person that will have a definite tactical advantage if anybody ever tries to break into the house in the middle of the night,
How so?
because they might be roaming through the house and they're going to be confronted with a naked guy with a really big gun.
Ooh.
And a little tiny penis, but that's besides the point. But I'm just saying, it's like because they'll see me standing there naked and they'll be like, "What
They'll
the
see
hell?"
that penis and they'll run.
Yeah. They don't know if that penis is loaded. That's
Excuse
the
me
problem.
while I whip this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlike Alec Baldwin, trust me, I know mine's loaded. The gun. I'm talking about the gun, not the other thing. Yeah, at my age, not so much, but I'm talking about the actual firearm this time. But
See, I always grew up that firearm safety was paramount. So I have quite a few problems with this.
that whole thing.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
There's-
the Alec Baldwin
There were
thing.
so
Yeah.
many mistakes made in that. First of all, there is no reason on God's green earth or hell down below that there should have been any live ammunition
That's
on
correct.
that set.
That makes you wonder. I mean, how does that even happen?
Well, I have
That's
heard.
carelessness.
I have actually heard stories that, especially with westerns, out where they film out in the desert, stuff like that. In between takes, when they're on break and cameras aren't rolling, it's like, hey, come on, let's actually shoot a couple cans with these things because I've never handled like an old single action cowboy gun, and they'll actually blow a few shots off, which. Okay, technically, yeah, you can do if you have the right, but it's not a good idea to have anything. It's like when I clean one of my firearms, the room I'm cleaning in, there is no live ammunition.
No, that's a big rule.
I clean down here, downstairs here. The live ammunition is upstairs. I don't even have it on the same floor, let alone the same room. That way, there's absolutely no way anything can happen.
We've gotten it down so bad that I am an instructor.
Yeah, you're an NRA instructor.
I'm an instructor who is NRA.
Instructress? Instructor?
I'm not sure.
Instructress? Because you're
Instructress.
female? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
I'm an instructor who
works.
is
I
NRA
know, like that.
certified.
Thank you.
And I make sure,
I got Webster tapped
even
across my
if I
ass.
have the most inept student imaginable, which I've had a few over the years, there is no food in the chamber. None whatsoever. You don't work around food. But I use food as an analogy because it seems to impress upon people that it's not supposed to have anything in it. I can't fathom that. How do you not know? You know, because we take these zip ties and they're fluorescent colored so that we know there is nothing in that chamber.
Well, yeah, because you run it through the barrel,
Absolutely.
barrel of the weapon and then out through the chamber
Firearm.
with
Weapon is negative connotation.
locked. Oh, wow, okay.
I do.
All right. I was always called a weapon, not a gun, but okay, firearm.
Firearm.
Because gun, technically, the term gun really refers to like the big cannons and stuff like that on a ship.
I agree with you.
Or
but
artillery in the field.
seeing
Guns.
some
But
very
anyway,
lazy journalists lately.
You put that wire tie through the barrel, out through the chamber, so obviously there's nothing in it. Otherwise, that wire tie wouldn't be coming through, and then you can't even close the chamber.
That is correct.
The chamber has to stay open so you can always visually inspect. Absolutely.
You know?
So they weren't properly trained in any way.
Well, just look at the prosecutor for the Kyle Rittenhouse case.
Oh, we'll get to that in a minute.
Ooh.
We'll get to that in a minute. Look, first of all, they say that it was an assistant director that handed him the firearm. Okay? Last time I was on a set, and I've been on some sets, the only two people that handle firearms is the armorer, and it's the armorer that hands it to the actor.
Correct.
There's no intermediate in between them, because again, that's just one more set of hands where one more break in the chain of custody where something can go wrong.
Absolutely.
So many mistakes were made.
Do you think he's going to get in trouble at all?
You know what? I don't know. And I'm not being
That's
mean.
going to be interesting.
I'm not being mean. I'm not being anything. But I hope I hope so, because there was also the other thing. There was absolutely no reason in hell that he should have pointed that at
anyone.
At anybody.
Anyone.
But
anything.
especially not the camera person. Why would you point a gun at the camera person and pull the trigger?
First three.
I mean,
rules
some of the
firearm
sound people I've met are assholes, but the camera people are usually afraid. No, I'm just kidding.
Now, see, I don't know a lot about this case, so you can call shenanigans if you want. But I just kind of assumed it was for a shot they were doing, where they sometimes take it head on with the gun. I don't know why he pulled the trigger.
No, that's a good point. Yeah.
But then you're pointing directly at the camera.
Even so, the first.
Not pointing, because a camera person
wasn't
sits
she
slightly,
like right behind the camera?
Believe it or not,
no.
On a movie camera, 9 times out of 10, the way it's set up, your photographer or your director of photography, your camera person, whatever you want to call it now,
is off to the side.
Actually, slightly off to the side with just the eyepiece here.
Okay.
So for him to shot her in the stomach, which is what happened, he was not. If it was one of those scenes where they were practicing, plus the fact they weren't shooting the scene.
Yeah, that's the other part.
She wasn't actually behind the camera at the time because they weren't shooting. It was just a practice run. So, first of all, there was no reason for him to because it's a single action. You have to cock the hammer back and then pull the trigger to fire. All right? Those are two deliberate actions that there was no reason for him to take.
I see.
During a rehearsal.
There should probably be something against him as well.
Oh, absolutely.
You always,
there should be, but
always, the rules of firearm safety are very clear and very adamant.
You always assume it's loaded.
Yeah.
Even when you know it's not, you still treat it as such. You never let it point at something you're not willing to see killed or destroyed.
Right.
You keep your finger out of that trigger guard and off of that trigger until you are ready to kill or destroy.
That should be taken note to the prosecutor for the Rittenhouse case.
Yes, right?
Okay, we're gonna
move into that.
No, as an instructor,
I saw it too.
I would not tolerate that on my line. I would not sign off on your certificate. I won't.
Can you imagine being that juror that happened to? I'd have pissed my pants right there and then. I'm not kidding. I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Madman, I'm afraid of what you would have done.
I would have jumped right over that little barrier wall, grabbed that out of his hand and beat him and basically butt whipped him with the butt of the gun, and I just beat him down and said, "Oh, sorry, Your Honor, I just went into self-defense mode when I saw a gun pointed at me. I apologize."
Yeah, we believe in the Castle Doctrine. People don't realize
he pointed it at the jury.
Yeah.
With his finger on the trigger.
Oh my God! Really?
What's he thinking? I mean, what's he thinking?
Well, was he
clearly
thinking?
He's never had an instructional class.
What the hell was he thinking with all the other stuff he pulled that got him yelled at by the judge?
This is what happens when lazy journalists do not report what actually the procedure is for firearm safety. And I get very tired of it. I have invited numerous senators, representatives. If you want to mock something, then you better know something about it. And I am happy to take you privately without cameras to a range, and I will teach you what it means. And I'm very thankful that we have some senators and House of Representatives that have actually served this country that understand what that means.
Yes.
Amen.
Guaranteed they weren't from New Jersey. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Well,
Just saying.
That's the other argument that I was bothered by, because it was like Phillipsburg and Easton.
Yeah.
So, I mean, literally, the mother lived in that kind, the parents were separated or whatever. One lived in like Peaburg and one lived in Easton. And I'm like, seriously? They should.
Okay, I need more information. I'm lost.
Yeah,
somebody needs
confused.
a Google map. They're
So are we talking about
what's
a
it got
case
to do with
that
Lehigh
happened?
Valley?
okay.
No, I don't-
Where the location happened
of
Okay, what
of
happened?
Rittenhouse.
Oh,
Okay.
That was Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're saying, why was he there?
Oh,
the
state line.
father
Yeah,
lived
because that's where he
on
was-
one
well,
side
that's
of the
where he
state
was
line,
from.
and the mother lived on the other
That's
side
where
of the
he was
state line.
from, and he wanted to
But
come
they
over
were
and help
acting. Many people.
out. Oh yeah. Oh, he crossed state lines.
Keyboard warriors.
I'm like, we cross state lines
could
every
not
day
find
when we
Google
have
Maps to
yeah.
notice the difference.
Well, the thing is, the dishonest media people, which is again 95% of them, they said, oh well,
Yeah.
first of the problem is he crossed state lines, but that's all they said.
they made
But-
it sound like
but
he
they
was
made it
bringing a
sound like
weapon
he
over.
crossed state lines with that rifle, and he didn't.
He did not.
He didn't.
He went from like one parent's house to the other.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be the same as like if you were in a
It's like going
Omaha.
to grandma's house for Thanksgiving and you
Yeah.
have to go out of state. It's like, it's not a big deal.
No, it's not. And those are the
No.
parts of little things
Well,
that upset
it's-
Miss Kitty.
Yeah.
one of Omaha's attractions, and I say that.
And he shot 3
in
black
quotes.
people too.
Okay.
There's still, a couple of them are still saying he shot 3 black people. He's a racist. I'm like, yeah, no, there were 3 white people.
Yeah, it was a white on white crime.
So nice try, but thank you. You're wrong again.
And
Get
the
your facts straight.
unedited file footage shows much more than people were talking about.
Oh yeah.
Well, just like always, that goes all the way back. They're going to get released what they want you to see and not the entire story.
And when they got the entire story, they're like, oh, crap. We're in trouble. Yeah, yes, you are, because people saw the truth and they weren't going to put up with your crap.
Yeah.
I am a firm believer in the Castle Doctrine.
Yeah, we'll get into that part another time, though.
Okay.
We'll get into the whole Second Amendment and all that stuff another time. We're just talking.
That's a
about,
huge show.
That's
Second Amendment's a
it's
huge
gonna
show.
Be a great show, actually.
Yeah, that's
you
a big
being,
show.
And you being, someone who studied law, it's going to be great to have you on board for that.
I didn't just study law. I sold guns for a long time.
Well, that's true. That's the other thing. I forgot you also had a couple of gun shops.
Yeah. But that's another tale for another time.
So you already knew most of the laws before you even opened your first shop.
Yeah, we'll get into that. I don't want to steal the thunder on that one.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good show.
That'll be a great show.
Yeah. And what's going to be interesting is getting all the takes from now that we're in so many different countries to get everybody's perspective on, their views and their thoughts on it, which is great, which we never had before. And now people are writing in and we're getting different perspective, which is awesome. So keep that up. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
appreciate that. And hail to the Netherlands, who are new to us. We're enjoying. Thank
The
you for
Netherlands,
welcome.
Big shout out to Netherlands,
not to be confused with the nether regions, which is something else.
which is that's what you'll find if you break into Madman's house.
In the middle of the night. Oh yeah, you're definitely going to see my nether regions without a doubt.
And they seem
I
to
mean,
be
if you're-
enjoying your face apps too, Mike.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm glad those are released. A little photo shoot for the multi countries involved. So that's just a big welcome to everybody.
We're happy to have everybody aboard.
This
sure.
thing is growing a lot more than I thought it would. It's
In a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way, yeah.
Yeah, we're all from different backgrounds. We're all from many different things that we find value in our truth and our journeys. And I'm so happy to have everybody aboard, and I'm happy to listen to their point of view as well. And then we'll argue.
Right.
Yeah,
In a
well,
nice
the
way.
argue part's fun.
Like the flat earthers.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Again, I have video evidence.
I just may stay here tonight.
Gotta love it.
Just head out to your location and just hide.
Yeah.
So
Being on location is a lot different from being at the table, being surrounded by everybody that you enjoy being around. It's a little different. It's
So
fun,
what
though.
good food are you having today?
We also have a lot of different visual cues that we use when we're all
Yeah.
sitting around the table that, of course, get lost on the phone.
Yeah.
Like
Makes it a little harder.
Like, when I make one of my wise-ass comments about you.
And I roll
can't-
my eyes at him.
I can't see your finger up in the air at me, although I know it's there, Doc. I know it's there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you just have a virtual finger
But
now.
it's, yeah, right, exactly.
Yes.
We should get one of those like foam
sitting there.
fingers, a foam middle finger to sit there over the mic that he normally talks on.
Yeah, that would be
I like
neat.
that.
That would be really cool.
I like that. Now
That's a good idea.
we're going to turn the tables.
But the Darth Vader helmet's still here.
We are going to turn the tables next week
Why?
Ooh.
because Petey and I we're going on vacation.
Yes.
Oh my God, I can't wait to talk about that.
And,
Can we talk about it?
And we're going to talk about it. We're leaving actually
Sure.
on Thanksgiving. And we are going down to Universal in Florida, in Orlando.
Awesome.
And I have a tiny little setup I plan to take down there that she and I will be on. And
Is
we'll
that your
have,
nether regions?
And we'll have. No, actually, trust me, it's bigger than that.
Really?
Oh, oy.
No.
Oh,
The
the
setup is
machine.
bigger than my nether regions. No, not the
Oh,
other
there
way.
we go.
No, I make no. Mm-mm. Anyway, hey, what can I say?
I'm just watching the eyes roll, and I'm going, really?
I can't help it. What can I say? I'm hung like a horse. Fly. But
fly. Fly. Yeah.
we're the ones that are going to be on location. Although it'll still sound like we're studio because I'm taking equipment
we hope.
down with us.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to take 2 phone calls at the same time. So again, there can be up to 4 of us. So
I'm super excited for you guys. I'm not even going.
I know
And you
'cause
guys, I'm super
you've
excited
been down
for you.
and you had a little taste of it
I can't wait to go back. I'm ready.
next year, dude. Next
Yeah.
fall, we're going to. When
Yep.
you get back, we're going to
We've
sit
got to
around and
convince
we're going to
Miss
start.
Kitty that she'll have a good
I'm-
time with us.
I'm having a hard time seeing that I'm going to have a good time.
But
I
you're going
swear
down with
you
us,
will.
not your family.
Oh, that's
You
true.
think I want to
Yeah.
go down with my family?
well,
Screw
duh.
that.
Hey, she's
Hey.
your family.
That's what I
I'm
mean. That's
right
all
here.
it is.
And I'm your
Yeah.
family.
Right.
What the hell?
But what I mean is my
Oh.
actual
Oh,
Like,
Other than
your
that, family.
surname family.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, that would just suck.
Well, she would.
That would suck all the joy out of
boy.
the trip.
Yeah.
I never had a very good experience in all the years that I've gone to Disney and to the other parks. I never had a good time.
I swear to you, you will.
You will have a good time if you go with
Oh, yeah,
us.
for sure.
I promise
sure.
you. I want to take you to some nice places down there. Edison, you're going to love.
Oh yeah, it's
See, I like the Hall of Presidents. I did enjoy that.
yeah. No,
Well,
that's
that's
totally
cool.
different.
I'm super nerdy, so I
Edison
really
is a
enjoyed
speakeasy.
it. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Edison is in Disney Springs. It is a
French 75.
it is a restaurant.
Is that the one on the paddle boat? Not the
No.
paddle
No,
boat.
no, no,
The,
no.
That used to be Fulton's
That used
Crab
to be
House.
Fulton's Crab House.
And I
It's
forget
now,
the name.
It's now the Paddlefish, I believe they
Paddlefish,
call it.
you're
yeah,
right.
but it's
Paddlefish,
still
you're right, yep.
seafood and it's very good. No, this is also in Disney Springs. It's a little further down that the main street in Disney Springs. It's called Edison. It looks like an old factory or power plant, and it's got a lot of old industrial stuff inside. It's almost steampunkish.
Yes.
Oh, I
yes.
like that.
It really is almost
like that.
steampunkish.
Yeah.
And so the atmosphere is really cool. The food is really good. And we had this drink that they had, and this was like 4 years ago now, called Strange Brew.
Oh, it was so
It
good.
was a beer and alcohol. It was a cocktail, but also had beer in it. And I would love to get the recipe
Now, they
for this.
don't
It was
have that
fantastic.
currently on the menu.
No.
Oh, that's like
No.
going to the Bayou then.
Yes.
Like
yes,
the-
it is.
Like that voodoo drink that we had,
Yes.
Dr. Myke.
Yes.
Was it
I
beer
like
cocktail?
that.
Yeah, it was a brewery cocktail.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
No, they do
Someone
have
told me.
others on their menu, other mixes like that. Kitty, when we were there, I was sitting with Madman and saying, we have to bring Kitty here. She would love this
because we know
place.
you like the steampunk.
Yeah.
thing.
I love
And like I said,
steampunk.
they have a lot of old industrial bits and pieces.
like an old sugar house
They
with the Edison lights.
well, yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But they also have
Definitely can't take my family.
they have a lot, and
Oh, you'll have more fun without them. Come with us.
and I basically mean a shitload, like more than they should have. Like in every corner, some turned into lamps, some just sitting there, basically like an old elevator governor. You know what the governors were? You know, the faster it spun, the balls went out further, and
Yes.
then if it went too fast, it would lock that cable and throw out the brakes. They have a lot of them all over the place.
Oh,
But
fantastic.
I was like one of the few people that knew what they were. I'm like, what's with all the elevator governors? And our waiter goes, you know what those are? I'm like, yeah, I sort of do. I said, I mean, I can imagine one or two. He goes, yeah, but there's thousands of them out there. So they buy them all up and they put them here and that.
Oh, wow.
And then we were on the way out.
We were sitting at the bar.
Right, we're sitting in the bar, but we were on the way out. And in the lounge area, we like sitting waiting area, actually
Yes,
not a lounge.
yes.
I saw this thing. I'm like, hon, I got to go look at this. It was an old a test set for testing resistance in certain lines. I don't want to say ohm meter because it's a little bit more than that. I forget what it's called, and we actually have one where I work. It gets used very little, but in order to change it, you have to change these little plugs in it.
Yeah.
They're like little preset things, you know, and like, oh, I need this range, or I got to put this plug in this hole, this plug in this hole, this plug in this hole, and together they'll give me what I need to test this circuit. Wow. Or to
They
adjust
do that
it.
to keyboards
And-
now.
but
It's
again,
so
I
great.
saw this thing. I'm like, hey, I know what that is. Yeah, it's they got a lot of really, because you know me, I love old equipment and stuff like that. So I absolutely loved it.
I am a huge, huge Jules Verne fan.
Oh yeah.
And I it's hard to even imagine how much I'm a geek I am.
And we were there. They had a band that was
yes,
there.
they did.
And they were very much like the postmodern
Yes.
jukebox
They-
type thing.
Kitty,
They
I'm
would
telling
dress. They dressed the old hairstyles and the women and stuff like. It was
Victory
See,
rolls.
she's gonna have a
Yes,
good
I love
time.
victory rolls.
She's
I
gonna have a
love
good
I
time.
think that's such a
Yes,
sexy look.
I promise
really
you.
do.
You go with us. You'll have a good
Yeah,
time.
you'll have a good time.
Are you going?
Yes, of course
Who?
he is.
You
Dr. Myke.
Oh, I'm going for sure.
next year.
We have to get
For
Rebel.
sure.
We have to
Rebel
when we
Rebel.
all get together next time. We are going to after we do the taping, we're going to sit, have something to eat, and we're going to actually start to plan it because Petey's very good at
Yeah.
finding good deals and stuff like that. But we have to nail down the date we want to
My
do it.
AAA membership.
He
And-
keeps saying that. I will try my best, but I'm not like the best.
A
lot of pressure,
always,
Petey.
I know he's putting too much pressure on my shoulders.
maybe because there's no way I would even know where to begin to do it. But she always finds us good stuff. Like the one we're going on next, we were supposed to be gone 2 weeks ago,
Yes, thank you,
but
Eugene.
because of some stuff at work, we don't name names.
I didn't give his last name. I don't know it.
Because of some stuff at work, there were a couple of other people that were off for a specific event.
Yes, this is
And
after
I
his
was told, yeah,
approved already.
you're gonna have to move yours. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. Well, she did. She got on it and then found us an even better deal for like 3 extra days besides.
Wow.
So she
And
does.
for what?
She falls into some shit. She does.
No.
Well, and there's
She does.
also
She
you're
finds
going
stuff.
at a good time because I think we're going to get some terrible weather while you're down there in
no
like the
kidding.
90s. Yeah, I think you guys are going to miss it.
Oh,
I think
that's
it'll be good.
I'm glad to
that's
hear
good.
that.
I'm okay with that.
Well, guess who's shoveling my driveway, furry kids? Which would be good because I may have to take care of Myke. So
Now, Petey and Madman, are you going to Disney Springs when you're down there?
We're probably not going to go to Disney Springs. It's we won't have a car. We're flying down. And it's about 15 to 20 miles from where we'll be staying to get to Disney Springs. So without a vehicle, Uber's kind of expensive right now. So we probably will not this trip.
See, I don't like to fly. There's no question about that.
Me
I
neither.
need to get blitzed to get on a plane, which I'm an adorable drunk most of the time. But I like cruising down to Florida driving.
In a car? Me too.
Yeah.
I have
a great playlist, and you know the music I listen to.
It's not, if it's up to me, we drive.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because of things that happened in the past and we ended up having to fly, well, that was recently.
Yeah.
And now he thinks that I'm going to fly. Now he thinks that's just a thing.
He said that to me.
Yes.
He said that you're going to fly because you found the value in extra time.
He's found the value in the extra time. I still have panic attacks.
So that's not good.
No, it's not good, but, hopefully I can get some drugs for that.
There you go.
I'm not above drugs.
No.
Hey?
Okay, come to my house. Oh, wait, I'm taking you before I go to dinner.
Okay, enough of that.
Yeah.
But you did find out that you did find out last time we went. We left here at like 8 in.the morning.
Yes.
With the flight out. By 11:30 in the morning, we're checking into the hotel.
No,
into the resort.
That's not true. But it was we were there before 1 o'clock. Checked in our room.
We were checked in before noon. We got to the room by 1 o'clock. But we were standing in line to let them know, hey, we're here.
Yes, that's
we'll
right.
We'll go kill time until our room is ready.
At Cabana Bay, folks, they will hold your luggage for you.
I think all
they
of
have
them
luggage
will.
hold.
I think all of them will in the resorts at Universal.
Show up and then they will message you when your room is ready and you can be on your way. So yeah,
you were impressed
there.
that we got there early in the morning and we weren't dead tired, needing to rest like when we drive down.
That was more you than me. I was still worn out because I was fighting panic attacks.
The more you do it, the more you get better at it.
Whatever.
It's just the only benefit of flying is the time. Because I drive to Chicago and it takes me 12 or 13 hours to drive there, I can fly there in 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, and then when I get there, I'm not deadbeat tired.
Right.
I don't feel like I just ran a marathon all day.
Exactly.
And it ruins your next day. At least the next day.
Yes.
Even when we went to Disney, it was my little boy's first time on a plane, and like we got down there 2 hours later, you're in the happiest place in the country. So I do like a good drive. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, and Petey and I would, when we used to drive down, we'd have a lot of fun driving.
Used to.
But
super fun.
Because we flew once.
But it's right. But it's like you said, you get down there, it's the end of that day and into the next day, you're still trying to catch back up.
Correct. And while I'm out here on my sponsorship tour, if we get enough sponsors, then we'll have the free time to just take that leisurely drive. We won't be pressed for time.
Well, we could do that too, but we're going to need a pretty big vehicle to do it.
Yeah, we could.
And I'd like to thank North
once.
Carolina for having very nice bathrooms along I-95. I appreciate that.
North Carolina has some of the nicest rest stops on the East Coast.
Yes.
I'm sure the Netherlands would love to hear that. There you go, Netherlands. Next time
it's very important to know that.
Use the bathroom.
It's very important to know that because there are some bathrooms that I will not enter. It's just that bad. And there are some states, and I thank you again, North Carolina, that when I'm traveling down south, there are nice places to stop and get a hoagie. And anybody who goes to the Flying V, don't. Their coffee's horrible. They need to shop at Legacy.
You mean Flying J?
Flying J.
The
Flying
Flying
J.
J is a truck
That
stop.
is horrible coffee. I don't know who made it, but everyone that I stopped at was
And
horrible.
for some reason, the truck drivers like it because that's why they keep making it. Because it's a truck stop. Yeah.
It is a truck
That's 'cause
stop,
they
and
never-
they have
they
really
never
cool
had
stuff to
Legacy,
shop
that's
in,
why.
but they've never
don't
had
have
Legacy
Legacy.
coffee.
That's right.
Because when you're driving, you want that nice little jolt, but you want that cool ride, because when you're playing pole position, you want that.
I just, oh God, no, I can't. And
Yeah,
yet
go
I'm
ahead.
going to anyway because it's
go
me.
ahead.
I'm just already visualizing and halfway in my mind designing the new travel brochures for South Carolina or North Carolina. Welcome to North Carolina. Great place to take a dump.
Yeah, that's great.
Our restrooms, our rest stops are the best.
I didn't have that problem. I went to visit
boy.
friends in South Carolina.
I
I was grieving.
And North Carolina, I freaking love you. Please don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. I love all
Don't
the
change your
southern
bathrooms.
states.
Yeah.
But this is how my mind works. I couldn't help myself.
His Honor had passed away, and I needed a break. So I stopped in Maryland. I got a hoagie and some real coffee. And then as I was driving down, I found these Flying J's. Worst coffee ever. It was so lame. And then I get to nice places in South Carolina that had real coffee. And I went, this is the stuff. And then I stopped and had a lovely, lovely breakfast at some place, something along the lines of the chicken coop. It was great until I found my friends and they were like, you're in your driving clothes. I'm like, because I haven't gone to your house and changed. Yes, I wear driving clothes.
And not too
Well, who
many
doesn't?
people wear driving clothes anymore.
I
She's
do.
got it's that long coat that goes down to her knees. Looks like a trench coat, and she's got
Yeah.
those big heavy gloves with the gauntlets on, and the
The
cap
goggles.
and
Yeah.
the goggles.
And my goggles.
Right. She's that's her
You
driving.
wear a helmet.
It's like
And a shotgun underneath it.
no, that would
Hey,
be me.
I'm traveling
Yeah.
by myself. Then I'm going to have a shotgun.
Yeah.
And a
Nothing
few
wrong
other
with
things.
that. Yeah. Wait.
I take my personal
So-
security very well.
Yeah, this will be a good trip for all of us next year.
It will be.
Yeah.
We'll have so much fun
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
We will.
Well, I'm really looking forward to when you're down there this time, talking to you while you're down there.
Yeah, we'll
going
do
through-
a couple of shows, as we
Yeah,
can,
that's gonna
because
be
I figure
awesome.
we can do it in the evenings when we're back at the hotel room.
And Disney
Yeah,
could
whatever,
sponsor us.
so-
Just saying.
Yes. Hey, Disney.
Yep.
Are you listening?
So could Universal. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not
so
opposed
could
to
they.
Universal.
Did
Well,
they?
that's the thing. We're going to Universal this time.
Yeah, we
But
won't be
for
at
next year,
Disney.
we'll probably go to Universal, but we're going to set some days aside to go to Disney and to go to Disney Springs because it's just
I
there's
like
just so many places
Epcot.
that we want to take you to, in both of them.
Do they still have at
Because,
Epcot where you make the roller coaster?
With the who of it?
Epcot roller coaster.
What do you
When we
mean?
went to Epcot, they had this thing where you could build your own roller coaster.
It's a
No,
race
I don't
car.
believe so.
It's a race car now,
It's
yeah.
a race car now
Oh,
of some
that's
sort.
a shame.
Yeah.
I like the roller coaster. I keep
Yeah, that's
having
pretty
that
cool, though.
nightmare
That was-
R-rated movie where the roller coaster went and blew up.
I think it was called Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
It
Roller
was
coaster.
so
It was
much fun.
actually an old horror movie called Roller Coaster, and you know where part of it was shot?
And
Where?
Right up the road at Dorney Park.
Really?
Because it
Really?
was
I didn't know that.
the old wooden coaster, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Aha, you didn't even know that, did you?
Yeah,
All I
didn't
can
know that.
remember is Aunt Deeg on the roller coaster hiding down below the seat screaming, and that's probably why I don't care for them anymore.
I find as I'm getting older, they're a little bit harder for me to handle. I'm starting to get a little bit of motion sickness, unfortunately. So
I don't get the motion sickness. I get the heart palpitations,
Oh.
which isn't really fun
no, it's
for
not
me.
good either.
No.
I like a nice a steel coaster now. I used to love the old
wooden
wooden
ones.
ones,
I
but
loved
a
the
lot
old
of them they're not
They're
smooth
too
enough,
rickety.
and they rock you
hurt.
back and forth. And with the damage I have in my neck, I get off of it, and I'm in so much freaking pain that as much as I want to, I'll look at a wooden coaster and go, "Yeah, I can't do that anymore." But most of the steel ones are smooth enough that I don't have to worry about that. Like the Hulk,
All right, so
the
Like
Hulk
the
coaster.
Hulk.
Yeah, I like the
coaster.
Hulk.
Oh, dude, that was awesome. Oh,
Yeah,
that
so
was
this
a
is what we'll
great
do.
coaster.
So we'll plan to go, all of us, next year,
Yes.
and we'll do the Universal, and then right after that trip, we'll all plan to go to North Carolina to use the bathroom.
Okay.
And we'll come back.
Well, we can.
It was clean. It was not just it was like immaculate clean. It looked like
No, I know, but I know what you mean. They do. They
do
are
such a
very
fantastic
rest stops
very
job. They're
meticulous
clean.
about their rest stops.
Yeah.
I
They're
like
nice.
that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
No,
wonderful. at 3
you're
o'clock in the
you're
morning.
absolutely correct. It's not like the Pennsylvania Turnpike. No.
Oh no.
I can't wait for my son to tell his teacher that
I'd
we're
rather
going
just
to
go
North
crap in the
Carolina
woods behind
just
the
to go to the
building.
bathroom. Yeah.
I like clean things. I'm sorry. I took my youngest on a mini holiday and we all heard how horrible that went. But there was nothing worse when I'm staying at the hotel room and I see fingerprints on the headboard and I'm calling down to housekeeping going,
Yeah,
please,
who doesn't
please
write
clean
that
this.
down? Who doesn't write
I
down
don't know.
the
Apparently
room?
people don't understand these things.
Well, you know why? That's because you were an infidel. That's why.
Oh, that's true. I'm an infidel.
They don't clean infidels' room.
That's
I
right.
know.
So,
That's okay.
Ooh, hee-haw.
So
I'm
much
willing-
for that extended
I'm
cleaning
not going
for
there with
COVID.
that. No.
I'm glad I brought my
Too
steamer
soon?
along.
Yeah, right.
I love
Too
you.
soon?
I love you. God, I miss you.
We'll see who makes your cookies next time.
well, I told you. I'll be ready soon.
Drink
All right,
your
let's talk
elderberry.
about some. I will. I do that. I'm not a big fan of it, but I drink it.
No,
So,
take your
gotta stay
AYR.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next year. It'll be fun. I mean, I'm looking forward to next week.
Maybe we
We're
can
gonna
do
have
a
one, but
meet and
next
greet
year
or
will be
something
great
there,
with
with our fans.
At
Oh,
the
that would be
bathrooms?
fantastic.
That would be well. Once we nail down what the date is, we'll tell people to come find us, and maybe we'll.
Yeah.
Because hopefully
That's a
by
great
then,
idea,
well,
actually.
here's my idea, and usually
Folks, you can let us know if you would be interested in a meet and greet down in
Bill, hey,
Florida.
why don't we run a contest where we can then, one of the prizes is they can be on the show with us while we're down there.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a bad
Fine.
idea.
That's
That would be cool.
great.
that would
They'd
be
have
way
to like
cool.
us, though. Wouldn't they?
Well, they don't
Yeah.
have to like us. That'd make it an even better show if they don't like us.
I'll be
Well,
channeling
yeah.
Christopher Hitchinson.
Counterpoint, yes.
And the winner gets, all expense paid trip to North Carolina's bathroom for one day, just for one day, one seating only. And I say, mention our name
seating
and
only.
mention Kitty's name, and you'll get a good seat. And that's it.
At least they'll be clean.
You know what?
Yeah.
I've seen that written on a couple of stalls in some of the places that we used to do karaoke.
What? That I'm the ice queen?
What did you see?
Mention Kitty, you'll get a good seat.
Yeah, because I'm the ice queen.
Oh, that's terrible.
I like being the
We
ice
can run a
queen.
contest. Let's meet our public. It'll be awesome. It'll be awesome. Let's shoot that for
we'll
next
hash
year.
out those details and come up with some ideas. But I think I would like to do that. Would be actually kind of fun, and
That'd be awesome.
get some of our listeners involved.
Yeah. Good stuff. I'll get our promotional guy on it.
Absolutely.
That's you, by the way.
Yeah.
You know that,
All right.
right? Okay. Don't forget that's you.
Yeah.
I'm the
Put it on my
technical
list.
guy, dude. That's all I know.
And I would
just
like to
the
hear from our
equipment.
listeners cool places that are in their places of origin.
Oh yeah, awesome
Yeah,
for sure.
that's a good idea too.
That'd be great because I'm always
Like if
down
I'm
to go
in
to
the
Poland.
Netherlands. Oh yeah, I'm all about that. So when
Yeah.
we're in the Netherlands, we want to know where in the Netherlands is a clean enough bathroom for Kitty, so we know where to stay.
God!
I'm sorry.
I take
I'm just
personal
saying.
hygiene very seriously.
And just like
I-
that, our Netherlands listenership just went down to 0. Thanks, Doc.
Well, no, I don't think so. I think they're proud of their bathrooms also.
I think you
Hey,
should be
just
proud of
imagine.
a bathroom. I think
Yes.
if your food is fabulous, you have a clean bathroom, and you are a wonderful, friendly country,
The
I
two
am
do
happy.
seem to go hand to hand.
Yes,
Yeah, true. And I did hear that Netherlands food is pretty amazing.
I'd like good
Did hear
food.
that. Yep.
I was at a masquerade ball recently, and the food was horrible, and the staff had to hear about it.
But how was their bathrooms?
Their bathrooms were clean, and they had
All right,
they
good.
did had a fumigate because I am not a recreational user of I don't even what you would call it, cannabis. I'm not a big fan.
Oh, you went in there and it smelled like
Yeah,
somebody was
I can't.
having some.
smelled like a frat room from the 80s.
Yeah, it did. It did.
People were smoking in the boys' room.
They were smoking in the girls' room.
But isn't that the same thing anymore? Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Wait, no,
another
never
show.
mind. That's
That's
another
another
show.
show.
That's another show.
I
Who can
gotta
tell
love
the difference anymore?
Yeah. You got to check out the nether regions. Blood.
We
Just saying.
had an individual that I swear was Meatloaf, and
Oy.
I'm very proud because Meatloaf went to the Wharton School and super smart. You got to be super smart to get in there.
He's a genius.
Yes, but
Meatloaf is,
the
besides being a
person
good
that
singer, he's an actual genius.
he is an actual genius,
Yes.
and the person that was impersonating him, I found out later on in the evening, was a woman.
Oh.
So I was very confused.
Apparently, so was she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
So to each their own.
Yep. Yeah. Wow, that's good topics. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So
Madman, where we at with some history?
Yeah. That's
Oh, you know what? We never got to the history.
Jeez,
we just
never
kind of
did. We
dove right
completely
into everything.
Forgot
didn't
about
we?
it. So what I have is a history of
Okay.
Thanksgivings. Anybody into that?
I like
love-
it. Yeah.
Clearly, Malcolm is thinking about food even during the night.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
So
I think it's important to tell our international audience that this holiday coming up is super special for mostly me and Madman,
Yep.
because we get to eat the whole day and then we'll just lay around like big fat pigs and watch some football.
Unlike other days where we just lay around like big fat pigs, we just don't eat that much.
This is, we can call it something as an excuse on this
yeah.
day.
Right,
Oh, that's it. You have an
exactly.
excuse. That's
Yeah.
it.
So
So Thanksgiving
and
is an American
football.
holiday.
Well, yes.
yes.
Yes. Well, the Netherlands may not be aware of what Thanksgiving is.
You know
Nor the
what?
French.
Oddly enough, I think a lot of people have heard of it because I found out that there are a lot of different countries that, because of it,
They do their own.
have gone and done their own thing.
Yeah. Friendsgiving. They do
Yeah.
Friendsgiving.
The first Thanksgiving in the Americas was in 1621. So 400 years this year.
Nice.
And
Go us.
And they still pass around the same fruit cake afterwards.
Yeah.
It's the same
Yes.
one that
Well-
was first baked
The
back
same
then.
one. Yeah.
That's why we eat
Traditions.
pumpkin pie instead, because the fruit cake will kill you.
They didn't have pumpkin pie
No, they didn't.
Oh.
on the first one.
No,
they
they
didn't
didn't.
have pumpkins to
Right.
make a pumpkin pie.
They hadn't been invented
I
yet.
mean, why even have a Thanksgiving then?
I know, right? That's
You
what
know?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, it's
What a
not even
waste of
pumpkin
time.
anyway.
Well, it wasn't that. It's just like they figured, why bake a pie out of pumpkin? There's no whipped cream yet.
Yeah, that's true. That's why waste
churned
time.
down
So-
for what?
Correct. Yeah.
So,
They
without
had
the
cream,
whipped
they
cream.
had
Yeah, they
churn it.
did. They had they
churn.
creamed butter. It's the
Yeah.
same process. It's just you
Just
don't
keep
go
Yeah,
quite
they
as
did.
long.
churning.
They didn't.
Sure.
They didn't have a good aerosol can to spray it on there
That's
with.
right.
So
We don't do that.
No, we're old school.
I make my own.
Me too.
You actually make really good
Yeah.
whipped cream with that,
Yeah.
with that big ass blender up there. You make the best
I
whipped
know.
cream. I'm so glad I bought that.
I have an
Nice.
old butter churn.
Nice.
That's a lot of work.
Yes, it is, but I have
That's a ton of
great
work.
forearms because of it.
like Popeye.
No, that's you, silly.
That could be why you're mistaken for an Amazon.
I'm fine with that.
And besides, could you see me sitting in a corner with a churn just doing this all day long?
Yes,
Make
I
some butter.
could.
You should see the hand motions, folks. You can imagine.
I already know.
Yes.
I already know. Hey, don't bother Madman. He's just churning some butter.
Yeah. That's what he calls it now, yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you do on Sundays.
Okay.
Wow. So shout out to the first Thanksgiving.
The first Thanksgiving wasn't just a one-day affair either. It was like a festival
Yes,
that
it
went on
was.
for 3 days through 4 days.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That part's awesome.
They had entertainment, like bands played.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they used to play rocks. They used to play on rocks. Like,
No,
to play
yes,
sticks, too.
seriously.
Yeah.
There was entertainment, there was music and singing involved, and it probably was like drumming and like you said, like with the rocks. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Pretty cool.
In
I'm sure they played some volleyball.
volleyball,
Probably not.
Volleyball?
probably
not.
cornhole.
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 Another
Although
game you're
back
not
then
great
it
at.
meant something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, maze hole. Maze hole.
Ow.
All right, I'm sorry. Continue.
It wasn't until 1863 that Abraham Lincoln made it a national holiday. So it's been
Good
what's
job by
that?
him.
Yeah, good
That's
job.
a great job by him.
And the
Are we
first
allowed to say that?
no,
Yes.
We allowed
no,
to
we're
say-
not.
Well, we're going to
Abraham
do it
Lincoln.
We're
here
going to
we
do it
go.
anyway.
Okay,
And-
yeah, great job by him.
The first Macy's Day Parade, Thanksgiving Day Parade, was in 1924, and
Yep.
they have a Macy's Day Parade down in Universal, by the way. So we're gonna check that out.
Oh, really?
Can't
I
wait.
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
We're going to be there for that?
yeah, we will be.
Oh, yeah.
Can't
Fashion
wait.
show? Do they have a fashion show as well?
I don't believe so.
Damn.
Don't believe
That's
they do.
actually pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
We'll let you know how it turns out.
Yeah, pictures.
Yeah.
So if you guys
yeah,
eat too
I'm
much,
taking
we
the
can just
camera.
put you on a giant stick and put you up in the parade?
That'd be us.
Wow.
Yes. Except I don't think I'll float.
You and I will be drinking. We're just going to put them in the float.
Nice.
And this is about Black Friday, because Black Friday, of course, is the day after Thanksgiving. It's traditionally the beginning of the Christmas season for shopping. You get amazing deals that day if you're brave enough to go out and,
I used to be.
yeah, like
Up until
It's
last year.
changed, though. I mean,
It
It's changed
has.
a lot.
Usually, Black Friday, I would get up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
yes.
I would go get coffees for all my store managers that know me, and I would hand them a coffee, and I get extra coupons.
Yep.
And I used to love that. And I went to probably 23 stores.
wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, because you guys are all very
That's
different.
a fast broom. That broom is moving.
Wow.
At least I can handle a broom.
Woo! Shots fired.
The Nimbus 2000.
Yeah, I said, baby.
It was
least.
a Nimbus 2021.
Oh, nice.
Everybody wants something different, and I do my best to find different things for everyone. You know, like somebody wants a ring that has a computer chip in it to open up all the doors.
Oh, dare to dream. I want that. I want that. I still want that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That
Well,
would be cool.
I did a little shopping, and I've talked to a couple people that are much smarter than I with animatronics. So there is a possibility.
Oh, sure, could be
No
done.
kidding.
Yeah.
Love
Well, it's
possibilities.
the hardest part is finding the right stone where the chip will talk to the other chip. So
Gotcha.
I have a couple stones that somebody's going to have to try on so I can see if they work.
Oh, that's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is
Because this
interesting.
was one of the biggest things that
Uh-huh.
we were looking for
Yes.
Basically,
Our-
it's just an RFID type of thing.
Pretty
like,
much.
Like
Yeah,
our,
it would
our
be
tags
inside the ring.
at work.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's much smaller. But because it's so much smaller, it also makes the fact that the little wire antenna you have to come up with
Yes.
in order to do the work in that electromagnetic field,
Huh. Interesting.
you don't have as much room. Because in like our ID cards, there's probably about 10 to 20 feet of wire wrapped around in a coil, which when you pass it over that magnetic field, generates enough electricity that the little chip sends out the signal, the coded signal, and then the other thing reads it. You need that wire to do the job.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it hard. You can only miniaturize that so far down before you
So that
lose
would
it.
be a task then to make that into a ring of some sort.
It's like what we have on the dogs. We have that our dogs have the
chip.
RFID chips in them,
Yes.
but you have to get the scanner. You actually have to be touching the dog over the area in order to get it to read. You can't do it from like a few inches away. It has to, because it's so small.
Oh, no
It
kidding.
needs that. Yeah,
I
the
didn't know
ring's
that.
going to be the same way. You're going to have to be able to get right
Wow,
up
that's
against
really
it.
But if
Because
you flash the ring right at an entrance door where the scanner is and it popped open, that would work,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Pretty much.
it can be done. It's just
it'd be like the wands we use.
at this
Yeah.
point. It's like
Yeah.
you probably
It
have
would
a 70 to 80% chance of it working each time. Mm-hmm. The other times you're going to be scanning
Just
until
like
it
my
finally
badge at
picked
work,
it up.
yeah.
Right, exactly. It's not going to be 100% effective all the time because it's been miniaturized so much. There just isn't enough of a receiving antenna.
Gotcha.
So back
It's
to
amazing the crap that I actually know.
Yeah,
back
good
to
stuff.
Black Friday. It actually
Black.
came
Yes.
about from the Philadelphia Police Department. So even back in the early 19th century, Black Friday was the beginning of the shopping season for Christmas, but it wasn't known as that yet. It wasn't until the Philadelphia Police Department started referring to it secretly within the department as Black Friday because traffic was so bad and you had pedestrians everywhere and nobody wanted to come to work that day. They didn't want to do it and they called it Black Friday. And one of the reporters from Philadelphia got wind of it, put it out there. The advertisers heard that and they're like, Black Friday. And that's when they started coming up with all the deals and everything and made it a big day.
Now, see,
Yeah.
I had heard that the reason it was called Black Friday, this is what I had read years ago, was because traditionally, because so many people came out to start shopping for it was the beginning of the fiscal part of the year.
No.
When most stores could finally operate in the black.
Oh, yeah.
not
Well,
in
that
the red.
would make sense.
That's what I
Because
heard.
at that
That's what I
point,
heard.
it's the year is like 7/8 over,
Right.
And now we're finally starting to really turn a
like
profit.
now we
We've
have to
caught
work the
up
whole
with
way till
everything.
November to get any money back from our paychecks
Right.
because it all goes to the government.
Exactly, it's the
Yes.
same type of thing.
Now that does make a lot of sense, but honestly, that's not what I saw here.
Was what I was always
That makes a lot of
taught and
sense
read
to me.
Is it had Black Friday to do with finances for stores. Because that's when they can
Yeah, that's
count
what I
on
heard
finally
as well.
making a good
Yeah.
And that is
profit to
when they
take them
make
through
the
the
most
rest of
money.
the year. Yes.
I'd be
'Cause they
happy
would
if
operate
the,
in the
Operate
black.
in the black instead of in the red.
In the black, right.
I'd be happy if the government only taxed us on the 40 straight hours and they left the rest of us alone.
That'd be nice.
That's
so
another
much.
I said
show
that out loud.
altogether.
So much.
Yeah.
I said that out loud, didn't I?
Guess whose birthday's today?
Not mine.
Not mine.
Oh. No.
It is
Somebody
Joe
we know?
Biden's. It is Joe Biden's
Oh, who
birthday
cares?
today.
Yeah, who gives a crap?
Oh, next.
Next, he's not
Does he
from
know it?
Pennsylvania.
He doesn't even know it. He doesn't
Right?
know his birthday.
Let's go, Brandon. Oh, wait, I said that out loud too.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah,
Better
I
than what
wasn't.
I was going to say, which was Joe Biden.
I wasn't. I wasn't.
I turned my own mic down on that one.
I wasn't even going to go
Yeah.
there, but yeah, I figured why not. Seemed to go with the
Well, I'm sure.
conversation.
I'm sure that they're celebrating in China.
I'm sure they are. They are.
Wow.
Best news to happen to them in a long time.
Well, yesterday,
Yeah.
I don't know, because you guys don't watch the news. I watch the news. I
can't stand the
I know.
news.
I can't either.
I
But
hate the news
but
also.
I hate worse not knowing what's going on.
True.
Right now with everything going on. So
Listen, I
I actually
can go to the store and
sacrifice.
see
I
what's going
sacrifice
on.
my sanity so I can tell the rest of you what's happening. All right. Yesterday, first of all, it was great because Joe took it up the ass.
Oh, we did.
I heard that.
Yes.
I heard that.
Yes, he had a
I know his
colonoscopy.
approval.
So for
Oh, for
80
real?
for 85
Yeah.
minutes, she was actually technically in charge.
Yeah, I heard
And
that.
you know what
So
she
they
did?
signed
She
the
did-
document?
She did the same thing for 85 minutes that she's done for the last 10 months.
Cackled?
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not
But
what I was going
that
to say,
was-
but okay.
But yeah. Yep. So for a change, the rest of us have been taking it up the ass all year long.
Now
It was
he got
finally
it.
his turn.
So
Yep.
he signed that he was under anesthesia and she was in charge?
Look, do I look like I work at the freaking White House and know how? I'm just
Ooh.
telling you what was reported. Okay,
Ooh.
I have
Settle down, Madman.
Hot seat.
Madman
I'm
ranch.
just telling you what I know. I don't know how it got to that point.
I'm gonna do some research into that because
Yeah, let us know because
Yeah.
would that technically be the case?
well,
I mean, if something
you're
would
under
happen,
anesthesia, yes,
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
then it has to get the letter has to get signed,
Oh, yeah.
and she has to formally take office.
Yeah,
And then
that's
she has-
what. By my understanding, from what I watched on the news, various news agencies
No
last
kidding.
night, because I check them all out.
Yeah. I did read that
that
also.
was. Thank you.
I'm gonna
Thank you,
look
Doc.
into that because
Yes.
I like policy and procedure. I'm very retentive.
So is
Joe's
he.
not. At least not for another. At least not for another 2 days. If my colonoscopy taught me anything, but anyway.
Well, you get your yearly theater colonoscopy.
Wonder if
so
the White
that doesn't
House smells
count.
like our house did on Wednesday night.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Wow.
Don't laugh too hard though, because I actually got a reminder phone call, voicemail
good.
last
It's a
week.
day
that
off for
it's
me.
been 3 years for me, so I'm due.
I thought it was like every 5 to 10.
No, 3.
Oh.
Well, at our age, 3. At 40 now, they want to do it, but then every 5 years or
keep
so.
changing
But
it
once
every
you
year.
get to our age, it's like every 3.
I'm not
I'm
going
glad
every
I'm only
3.
28. Yeah.
Dude, it's
Don't
not a
have to worry
big.
about
Trust me,
that.
it's not a big deal.
Well, if you're in theater, yeah.
Right.
Ah!
Right.
Well, that's where they perform the procedure in theater.
Yeah.
Well played. Well said.
All right. Well, happy birthday to
Yeah.
that thing.
No.
All right. So other
Crappy
birthdays that we
birthday.
can actually, for
Crappy
real,
birthday to him.
wish a
Yeah.
birthday.
Crappy birthday.
Crappy birthday.
Which apparently, again,
Oh, yeah.
if my experience has taught me anything,
Oh, jeez.
All I want to hear is somebody tell me that he had the pineapple.
Oh, jeez.
That would just make my day.
Kitty, he had the pineapple.
Oh,
okay, next.
All right.
jeez.
Troy Aikman is this week.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
He'll be 55. Goldie Hawn. Moose.
Yeah,
who's,
Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, Goldie Hawn. Moose. She'll be 75. I can't believe she's that old.
Wow.
Goldie Hawn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
And she's still with Kurt Russell? They still
I think
Yeah, I
so.
think
married?
so.
That's awesome.
I
Scarlett
don't think they ever
Johansson.
got married, did they?
I don't think they're married.
I don't think they are actually,
Yeah.
no, but they've been together, which at this point is the same
They've been
thing.
together
but the
forever.
fact
Common
Yeah.
law.
But the fact that they're still there after all these years is it's
That's
still,
cool.
It's lasted longer
Yeah.
than a lot of actual marriages, so I still
Yeah, for
respect
sure.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
A happy birthday to Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Hey, Scarlett. Oh, yeah.
Mark Ruffalo.
Both of
Hulk.
them? No
Yes.
way. The two of them share a birthday?
Yes, they do.
The
They're both on
actual-
their 22nd.
No
Yes.
way.
Yes.
That's
That's
cool.
so cool. Because I
also,
really do like the Marvel movies, but that's so
Katie
cool.
Cassidy?
I didn't know that.
You don't know Katie Cassidy? She's actually David
Longmire.
Cassidy's.
Longmire? No, that's
No.
another. No.
She's David Cassidy's daughter, but she is
I know David
in
Cassidy.
like Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow
I
and The
haven't-
Flash.
I haven't seen
Those aren't
any of
Marvel, are
those.
they?
Actually, they are, but I've never. No, are
Yeah.
they DC? No,
That's
because
DC.
Flash is DC.
Flash is DC, so
That's
that
why.
must be DC. Yeah.
So it's her birthday as well.
Okay.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday,
happy
Dave.
birthday.
Happy birthday! to
Happy
her. That's
birthday,
great.
everyone.
And
Birthday.
when you finally grow up, you can move over to a Marvel movie.
Anything's got to be better than.
Well, John Barrowman was in the Arrow. She was in the Arrow with him.
Yeah,
so
I like John Barrowman.
3 degrees to Doctor Who.
I guess, yeah.
I like Doctor Who. I like when
Yeah,
Sherlock.
you wouldn't have if you watched last season.
Oh, well, no, I'm still, Cumberbatch girl. So
That's not Doctor Who. That's Sherlock.
Sherlock, but he also played
Go on.
not Doctor Who.
Okay, I was
he
gonna
played
Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's totally different.
That was well played.
But it was
But that's
very well
Marvel,
played.
too.
Yeah, I like.
That's
I like.
Marvel.
Here we are,
Yeah.
back around to Marvel.
Yep.
Yep.
I like. Doctor
Marvel is
Strange. It was
where?
good.
Where is it? Universal.
Universal.
Oh my God! we're
Even though for
geeking
some
out.
reason Disney has it now on all their streaming thing. I don't understand, but well, whatever.
they must be in collaboration with each other somehow,
Well,
somewhere.
it's the licensing thing. As long as Disney gets enough money, they'll be
Oh,
like,
they
yeah,
don't
do whatever
care?
you want. We don't care. You just keep paying us. Like
Like
The Simpsons.
Captain
Technically,
America is down there at Universal,
Yep.
and yeah,
the
it's-
Hulk and
the Hulk.
all that
The Hulk's
stuff.
one of their big rides.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Who cares? It's fun.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
That's the one thing that they do that way is they just make sure that everybody comes down and has fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, and that's
true.
that's what's important to them, and that's
That's
what
true.
why I have the respect for them that I do, because they know what's really important. Because if people have fun, you're going to make the money. That's
Yeah.
not a problem. Oh, and go ahead. Any more? Well, that was it.
That's all.
All right.
Well, I don't know
I
if
need
you
a
want
cocktail.
another. I can give you another.
No, that's okay. I just wondered. Speaking of movies, we are going to, when we're down there this next week, in a week and a half, we are going to go see, because it's opening, I think it opened yesterday, actually, or this coming Friday. We're going to go see the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ghostbusters
Yeah, that's super
Afterlife.
awesome. I'm jealous. I know exactly where you're going to see it, and I wish I was watching it with you there.
You've walked by that theater. We actually haven't been in it yet either. We're looking forward to actually going in there. But
that's awesome.
We're going to pick a rainy day to go to it, I think.
It's
it looks good.
It kind of picks up from the original Ghostbusters.
Yes.
It completely.
And Annie Potts is in it from the original.
Right? Yeah, because people don't realize
Oh,
she was the
wow.
one that answered the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Harold Ramis, of course, has since passed away,
Yes,
so he can't be
has.
in it. But Ernie Hudson's in it.
Oh, really?
Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray. They're all and they
I
all
didn't
play
know.
cameos of
that's
themselves
too awesome.
as like grandparents or
Oh, that's
something.
too
Apparently,
awesome. I'm
I tried
excited.
not to see too much on it, and when I'd see it, I'd turn my eyes away and like I don't want to read this. I want to kind of be surprised, but I've already heard a little bit about it. So.
Oh, I'm so excited. That's even
I
better.
am too, and
Yeah.
it completely ignores the
It looks
stupid
good
one they
to
made a
me.
few years ago, which had nothing to do
Yeah,
with nothing
the
except
dumb
that
was- yeah.
someone decided it's like, oh, we got to be more woke. We got to do a different. Like, no, you don't. Because guess what? How much money didn't you make? Oh, that's right. You lost money. Oh, okay. Yeah, good for you.
Well, this one will
It
make
looked terrible. This one looks awesome.
And mind you, all the people that were in that one, I like as actresses.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I just couldn't bring myself to go see that stupid movie. And from what I understand,
You know who made? You
I'm
know who
glad I
helped to
didn't.
made that first one? Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure.
That was great.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything about him because
I
he's still
didn't either.
around. He's still with us.
Yeah. I
Maybe
wonder.
that's a
Well,
surprise that they're
maybe
not
that would
even.
be nice.
Don't check into it.
Sigourney
Just be
Weaver.
surprised.
Sigourney Weaver is going to be making some sort of an appearance. I did
Okay.
hear about
Nice.
that because she was in that
Nice.
one
There is
too.
no Dana, only Zool.
Right.
I've tried that on people before. They don't get it. They're too young.
These younglings. I don't understand them either. Oof.
Uh,
Are you the gatekeeper?
I'm the key master.
I'm the key master. Are you the gatekeeper? I'm like, you're kind of cute. Yeah, yes, I am. I can be for the right price. $20 is $20. What can I say?
Oh, jeez.
Damn, you're cheap.
I know that's actually a reference to a stupid T-shirt that I think we've all seen.
Yeah, we've all seen it.
Yeah. But I'm really looking forward to that.
And how long are you going to be gone? Weeks or just weeks?
I hope weeks. That'd be great.
Buddy,
Hope we get
weeks.
snowed in
No,
down
actually, just a little over, like a week and 2 days, something like that.
there. Yeah,
It's going to be
8
nice.
days. It's 8 days.
Yeah, it actually did. It got
Nice.
extended because of how we had to push it back, and it worked out to our advantage. So it's going
Sort
to be
of.
nice.
Yeah.
The
Good.
thing is, though, we're going to be there for a holiday, and it's probably going to be so
It's
packed.
going to suck ass Thursday, Friday,
Yeah, it's
maybe
probably
Saturday,
going to be so.
but it'll start getting better Sunday. And then the next week, everyone will be
it'll be
back
good.
in school.
I
yeah.
hope so.
But I think we'll still
I don't
enjoy
like
it.
packed parks. They suck.
Yeah, they do suck. I agree.
Speaking of movies, you finally saw one this past week.
I did.
I finally watched something too. He suggested.
That I suggested, or he
No,
suggested.
that Doc Mike did.
Okay.
Oh, you watched something I suggested?
I think so. Didn't you suggest Squid Game?
I did.
I did watch. I'm not through the season yet. I'm almost to the end.
And thoughts?
Madman has to watch that.
Right?
He
Told
would
you, right?
Love that.
I told you he's gonna love
all right.
Yes.
I will give it a shot. I will give it a shot.
Nice.
And I
Okay,
like it
great.
too.
I'll
Actually,
give it a
it's pretty.
shot.
It's like wow. It's disturbing, but in a yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
she
he's
told
gonna
me.
like it.
She told me if you like Saw, you'll like this. I'm like, you want
Yeah.
people getting what they deserve? Okay, I'm in. I will
It's
check
crazy.
it
You'll
out.
like it. You will like it for sure. I'm glad you watched that. Well, I took Madman and Petey's suggestion, and I watched Nobody, which I have to say, because after you guys said it was awesome, and my brother-in-law said it was awesome, I rented it immediately, and I watched it, and it was fantastic. I loved every second of it.
Oh, he
And I
was
told
so
Madman,
good in that, wasn't he?
Yeah, I told Madman it reminded me of watching Falling Down.
Yeah.
When he snapped,
I should
and
know
I just loved it.
movie. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We'll have to
wear
rent that.
one.
It's old, but it was good.
Michael Douglas.
Yeah, Michael Douglas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, you never saw that, Petey?
I have not.
It's good.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, you like that?
It
one.
is reminiscent of that. It's different, but it's reminiscent of that. Yeah.
Different, but
It's
yeah, it had
this,
shades
this,
of that.
This mild-mannered guy that you'd never expect just
Yeah.
like finally goes off the rails.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whereas
you'll like that.
in Nobody, there's a reason why. In the other one,
Correct.
it was just this guy just got fed up and decided, that's it, we're doing it my way from
Oh.
now on. You know,
And there's a part of you that wants to be that person.
you have
for
no
sure.
freaking
So-
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Nobody, oh God, that movie was
Yeah.
so
Great,
good.
great movie. Fantastic.
And
Katie, you have to go watch that now.
And I told you I did not. I told you I would not tell you who else was in it, but was not that amazing when you find out that Christopher Lloyd plays his father and he's just as bad?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah. So awesome.
That is Nobody.
So badass in
So,
that.
yeah. Well, what a great movie. Yeah, I'm glad you suggested that. That was great to watch. Yeah. So for our listening audience, go watch that.
I burned it. Burned what? I burned it all.
Burned it all. Yeah, it's so great. Oh, so great.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes the PSNORKIS must-see list.
Gotta love the kitty cat bracelet.
Yeah. Oh, great movie. Great movie. Oh, I'm glad that we're together again. This has been fun.
Yeah. It's also been an hour and 15 minutes already.
Oh, jeez.
I
you
think
know
we're
what? We
looking
don't
for it a part 2.
We don't stick
Part-
straight to an hour, but I
Part
usually
two.
try to keep it around. But we were just rolling and having such a damn good
That's
time.
going.
Well,
You know.
Yeah.
it can always be made into an A and a B again.
Yeah.
You can always edit it like
Yeah.
that. So
Or we could just have a long one. That's a good one.
yeah,
Right, exactly, because
that
it's not
too.
too long. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of the ones that Petey and I listen to are a couple of hours.
Some of them can be.
You know,
yeah. For
well,
the most part, they're about an hour. though.
Darkness is like usually at least 2 hours.
Is that like a Penny Dreadful?
No, it's
It's a podcast. And
podcast.
it's kind of more in the lines of what
Almost-
I do with
yeah,
petrifaction.
it's like
Okay.
almost all paranormal and stuff like that, and some true crime they do too. I like it, and I want to do some of that. But like I said, I don't want to concentrate on that because you've got ones like that are so good, you know, that I would never want to try to compete with anything like that. But I do want to talk about some paranormal stuff and UFOs and things like that because, like I said, we've all had different experiences that we've talked about, you know, over the years we've known each other. And I definitely want to do stuff like that, but that's not what I want to concentrate on. That's just going to be one of the many things that we'll talk about.
I like this format where it can be anything at any time on any given day.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
And I like it because we always try to at least be funny, you know. I mean, I will pick out the funny, the words is hard.
Oh, words is so hard.
Words is hard. Yeah. Words is hard.
Hey, did we get those T-shirts yet?
I still want to do
No, not
that. I
yet.
think that's a great idea for a T-shirt. We are going to have those T-shirts made by the time we go down to the parks next year because we're going to wear them.
yeah,
at
we
the
gotta
parks.
hand those out.
Yeah,
when
the
people-
Snorkis
Well, we're
ones,
going to
sure.
wear them, and if anybody that does come down, we're going to tell them, you see us with these T-shirts, come on up, and we'll give you one.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but again, more on that later. But
Nice.
yeah, I try to be funny as much as I can because I like to be fun. I like to make people laugh, and I think we do. We do a lot of things where I finally got smart and I pushed the record button. Like when we first sit
before?
down in front of the mics to do the sound check and get the levels right. And I finally decided I'm going to be recording this because so many times it's like, oh my God, that's so funny. I can't believe I wasn't recording on that. Because
Some
what
of
we
the
did is
gold
start this-
happens before the show.
Yeah, we're going to be releasing a
Super
behind the
gold.
scenes greatest hits type of
Oh,
thing.
that would be
because,
good.
Wow.
Yeah. Good stuff. We'll have a behind the scenes special one day, maybe. We'll see.
That'll need a lot of editing.
A lot of beeps. Yeah, a lot of beeps on
A
that.
lot of beeps on that. A lot of beeps on that.
Yeah. Wow, good episode, my man.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, I think we should take 15 and do a part 2.
Yeah, I'm game.
Yeah. Maybe fold it into the one we do next week while we're out.
Yeah,
Or
that would be
away.
good.
Yeah,
See
you
how
can
that
do it any
works.
way you want. Whoever does the editing.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you got to take the thing over to him to drop it off so he gets it when he gets back from his trip.
Yeah, I'll drop that off on my way home.
So
Sweet.
when you get back from your trip, look for it, and wherever she decides to hide it, she'll talk to you about that on the phone.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
on my way
plan.
home.
I'll tell you where not to hide it, but you're not in prison, so you don't have to worry
in the
about it.
Netherlands.
The Netherlands,
Nature's
yeah.
pocket.
Other regions.
Nature's pocket.
Get your wellies on. You're going spelunking.
What did they call that? What did they call that? The prison wallet or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just not right.
I was happier with spelunking.
Oh, jeez. And on that note, wow.
That's something I actually learned as a term. I never heard of it until actually Deadpool,
Which
Yeah.
term?
Yeah.
which is also a very funny movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, Ryan Reynolds, he's like me. He's
He's funny.
naturally just a little sarcastic and funny. He can't turn it off.
Yeah.
And that's,
Yeah.
that's just awesome, man.
Good stuff.
There's another movie, but I think it's on one of the big streaming services that we don't get. It's called Red. Something Red. I forgot. It's him, The Rock, and Gal Gadot.
Oh, yeah.
And that looks like it's going to be awesome. And I think that's coming out in a day or two. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
Red. Oh,
Right.
God, I forgot. And I was just looking it up last night. Anyway.
It'll come to you.
Yeah, it will come to me. Right after I end this, it'll come back to me. You watch. That's
You'll be
usually
like,
how that
you know what
works.
that is?
Stay tuned
Yeah.
for part 2.
Part 2, just so I can remember what the hell it is I'm talking about. Thanks for listening. It is a great day. Coming up on Thanksgiving. We probably won't. Yeah, we won't talk to you until at least the actual day, or maybe even the day after or so. So until then, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Get together with your families. Screw Fauci. I don't care what he says. You get together with your family. You only get one chance at it. And as you get older, like I am, every year you have less and less to get together with anyway. Don't let anybody else tell you who and when you can get together with your family. It's up to
Hey,
you.
Madman.
What?
Madman.
What?
Red Notice.
Red Notice.
Yeah,
Thank
it came
you.
to me. Yeah.
Good. Now I can sleep tonight.
There you go.
Of course, I was
Keep
going to
away,
have a
my man.
six-pack before bed anyway. Oh, no, I won't, because now I have to get up and pee, so that'll defeat the purpose, too. Anyway,
have a
thanks for
five-pack.
joining us. Until next time, be good to each other.
Take care.